What if the real reason why you constantly feel stuck, repeating old patterns, you sabotage your progress, has nothing really to do with motivation or discipline? What if it was because of your brain was never designed to do that in the first place? It was designed for survival. And a survival-driven brain will always hold on to what it feels really familiar, even when the familiar pattern is hurting you. Your brain resists change, especially when trauma has shaped your nervous system. Now think about how many times you genuinely wanted to change, like you really made your decision, right? Maybe you wanted to set better boundaries, stop people pleasing. Hey, maybe it is because you wanted to speak out. But in the moment, you felt really ready. You knew you wanted to do it, and then bang, your body froze. Your amygdala did that. Your voice disappeared. You fell straight back into the old behavior. And afterwards you wonder and you go, why did I do that again? Why did I do it? This isn't because you lack willpower. It isn't because you can't do it. It's because your brain made the decision for you before you even knew it. When you lived through trauma, your brain learns that predictability, predictability you felt equals safety. So even if that old pattern makes you absolutely miserable, your brain will still choose it because familiar pain feels safer than unfamiliar pain. Crazy, right? Now, here's the problem you've got. If you try to change with motivation alone, you end up fighting the strongest part of your brain. That is the hardwired part that's been created through repetition, fear, and survival learning. So you kind of feel stuck in those patterns and then you repeat them year in and year out. And most people think that they just fail, they're rubbish at it, when really your brain is simply doing what it is really hardwired to do. But you know what? The good news is that your brain can be retrained. Neural pathways are never fixed. Trauma patterns can be replaced with healthier ones. And your automatic reactions, or those automatic decision making, is transformed into intentional choices, but only through a structured and repetitive power, not willpower, by being given a system, a process, and a toolkit to do that. This is exactly what we do inside the trauma recovery method. We use neuroscience, nervous system regulation, and our S-shift method to help you interpret old patterns and build new ones. You learn how to recognize the moment your survival brain takes over, shift the reaction in real time, detach the old programming from the new programming, and then you solidify the pathway with support, new boundaries, emotional stability. And when you work with your brain rather than against it, it becomes a great process to follow. It's far better than the old predictability. Now, if you're listening to this and you think, yeah, that's me, it's exactly what happens to me, then it's time to take action. Book a consultation with me or DM us the word trauma and we'll send over our trauma recovery roadmap.